There we go. So as you can see, it actually works pretty well. Pretty sure there's a way of making this full screen too. There we go, zoom it in. That's better. And you can actually see what's going on. You can actually play the games pretty well. So yeah, that's that one. So, and of course there are a lot of other cool PS2 games for this, like you got your Spyros, you got your State of Emergency, you've got Jaws Revenge, you've got a few Tiger Woods games, which some of them work okay and some of them don't, but like I said, in probably the next year or two you'll have all of these running at full speed and they'll run absolutely perfectly. You got your Midnight Club games, yeah, you got your Tomb Raider games, Evil Dead games, which are pretty awesome as well, and they actually work pretty well too. And you can actually use the and you can actually save your games using the save cards as well. Pretty sure they got save and load states on here too, which I haven't actually set up on my machine. But as you can see, they all work pretty good. There you go. So there's heaps of stuff on here. So that's the PS2 emulator. We'll just get out of there and go there. Dreamcast I haven't got working properly yet. I'll just quickly show you the others. Neo Geo Pocket has a follow-up to the Arcade Classic Crush Roller on this, which is that one. It's one of the buttons, there you go. We'll play a new game. And there you go, so that's your Neo Geo Pocket system, which works okay as well. And of course you've got your Sega CD, which had some interesting little games on it. You get basically it's just stuff running off a CD. It's a Sega CD. Has this here Night Trap, which was pretty controversial for its day, which came out on CD, and they wanted you to play, and really just wasn't much of a game at all. It was just put there to pretty much shock people, which I presume it did shock a lot of people, but as you can see, the software here runs properly on it. Yeah, so that's Night Trap. And that's the idea of the game, is that you're looking at video cameras. Pretty crappy game, but I guess worth just having for the collection of it. Started a lot of trouble between Nintendo and Sega, that one did. So yeah, that's the Sega CD. You got the Sega 32X as well, which, you know, pretty much a must. It was probably, I think it was just an add-on on top of a Genesis. And no one could really work out why they bothered doing that, but that all works. You've got your media player, where if you want to watch some world records of games, they're all on here. You've got Arkanoid, a few world records like Zookeeper World Record. You've got some interesting videos. Yeah, there's just lots of stuff. Just press play and play a movie for you. Sega Game Gear, which is another little handheld system, which again, yeah, they all work fine. Sliding hook. There you go, runs the game. one of the buttons starts it. Just not quite sure which one, and I accidentally ended that then, but it doesn't. Taking a quick look at that one. Sony PlayStation, this is awesome. One of the best emulators out there, and it's got some of the best games ever made. What can you say? What game can I demo? Oh, CTR, Crash Team Racing, what a game. And as you can see, when it starts up, you actually get the proper PlayStation 1 screen as well, which is pretty good. And yep, and that will just go straight to the game. And I'll just let that load up, and I'll be back in a moment.
Start your engines! Sony Computer Entertainment Production. Fasten your seatbelts for another multi-door creation.
This is one of the best races I've ever played on a game. I love this. When I got this on my PlayStation, I played this game so much. And to me, it's on a par with Mario Kart, being just as good. Seriously, it's great. Alright, we'll have a go at Roof's Choose with no ghost, but I can load all that stuff up. You know, you can save your games as you go. And away it goes, and as you can see, it plays really, really well. And because I'm playing this on a, like using a proper PS1 joystick as well, like it just gives you the gameplay experience. I could have set this up on the arcade panel, but I just didn't think that this sort of game was made for that. So, but as you can see, it plays really, really well. And of course, there's no one here picking on me because I'm just doing a time trial. And frame skips, runs perfectly. We'll just go over the finish line here. And and as you can see, that was pretty good, and it runs all of games so well. As you can see, the only problem with this is that in the menu it actually shows you all of the tracks on a lot of things, but I can go in there and delete all of them. It's just a matter of finding time to do it, because when it saves them all on disk, it saves them all as the same kind of file. I'm not sure why it does that. Maybe I can get away with it by zipping them all up, which is maybe another option that I can look at, and just telling this to run zip files, but I'll have to look into that. But as you can see, it runs most of them really, all of them. I haven't found one PS1 game on here that doesn't work properly. And I think I just loaded up Dino Crisis 2 on it. Yep, Dino Crisis 2, the follow-up to the great Dino Crisis. So yeah, all works good. And really, really nice. And I've got every PS1 game ever made on here, apparently. Okay, now we're back to the Genesis where we started. So yeah, so that's just it, I guess. That's my arcade game machine. Like I said, it's a pretty powerful machine. It runs a lot of stuff, and yeah, I get a lot of fun with it, and I'll be doing a lot of videos on a lot of games with this thing. Now, what I'll quickly do before I end this video, if this thing lets me do it, I will just exit the front end, and we'll go down like that, and I'll just quickly go in here just to show you what's going on. It is an arcade machine, but it is running a PC. And if we go into the computer, that actually lets you know exactly how much stuff is on here. Now we zoom it, you might be able to read it, but if not, it's got 9 terabytes of hard drive space, and yep, and of course one of them there, which is the PS2 one. Yep, that one there. We've got 275 gigabytes free from 2.72 terabytes, so there's a lot of PS2 ROMs on it. But if you click into any of them, yeah, there's just so much stuff on this thing. It just isn't funny. Yeah, so it's not hooked up to the internet. Never will be hooked up to the internet because I don't want it to ever go corrupt. The way that you change things here is that you've got a preference page here where you can go in and just change all of the settings in the games. That's what sets it all up. And of course, we'll just go back in there. Now, because I've enabled the Commodore 64 stuff and all this sort of stuff, it probably takes a little bit longer to get past the things that it should. It takes a long time to read the Amiga ROMs. When I say long time, I mean maybe 10 seconds or so. So when you consider the amount of ROMs it is reading, it does read them all pretty fast. But you know, it does a really good job and runs, as you can see. There's thousands and thousands of games on here. Now, as you can see, it also imports all of the images. And from a cold start, this thing is up and running in a minute, which is pretty good. But that's one of the reasons why I kept it off the internet too. Don't want anything getting on here that slows it down. And there we go. And we start off. And yeah, we can just go through any system that we want. As you can see, there's tons. There's MAME. Back into favorites, and just pick any game that you like. Galaga 88, which Galaga 88 and Galaga 88 Japan actually play differently. Not sure if any of you knew that. But as you can see, it starts them up. It uses the proper arcade ROMs. And now, as you can see in here, if this game actually does it, I'll try and show you. If you press the tab button, it'll say input this game. Now you've got all of your dip switch settings and all that sort of stuff. But if you go into video options, and can you see that second one, pixel aspect, hit that. See what it did? Actually widened the screen. So yeah, there's lots of things that you can do. A lot of people say that you can't play vertical games on horizontal screens. Well, I'm afraid that you can, because you've got all the options in here to do it now. And there's nothing wrong with the way that this game looks on a vertical screen. Well, on a horizontal screen playing a vertical game. So yeah. Anyway, I suppose that's the end of this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press the like button. And if you like my channel, please press the subscribe button, because the more subscriptions I get, the better. And if we can make this channel popular, all good, because that's what my goal is. So I'll see you all next time when I do my next video. Bye.